Good morning, everyone. Morning. I am live. Good morning. Uh, okay, let's take a look at the chat. The Porcelain Princess, and I'm not entirely sure she did that. It says 5:53 p.m., so it was probably last night or maybe the night before. She said the toilet paper over the top. Yes, exactly. That is, we want a beard. We do not want a mullet. We don't want the party in the back. We want the party in the front. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning. It's good to see you. If I seem a little subdued this morning, I have strep throat. So it's been a fun year, right? So far, it's not even like the end of February, and I've had COVID, and I had an appendix removed, and I had a hip that went out, and then I have strep throat. It's just been kind of one thing after another, but the good news is that because of the strep throat, I had to go to the doctor, and I haven't run a fever like the entire time. So I'm really kind of stoked about that. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll take it. I'm not like deathly ill. I just have kind of a sore throat. So not sure how long we'll last this morning, but we'll last as long as we can. But I go to the doctor and the doctor's like, by the way, you've lost like 10 pounds. And I'm like, yes. That's so ridiculous. It's so typical of all of us women that we're like, I may have strep throat, but I lost 10 pounds. It's so silly that would be, the silver lining for me. But you take your silver linings where you can get them. Good morning, Perla. It's good to see you. Hi, how are you this morning? And Lisette with the beautiful hair. Good morning. There's my happy hour haulers. Oh, yay. Two of my favorite humans, Janet and Britt. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Janet and Bryn. Oh my God. 2023 is a huge bitch. I'm right there with it. Yeah. It's just been like kind of a, you do what you can do. We can all do what we can do. Good morning, Yvonne. It's good to see you. Beautiful. Dodo with the great Instagram posts. And thank you. I appreciate it, Lisette. Yeah, I was just like, I was at the doctor and they're like, well, the bad news is you have strep throat. And I was like, oh, because I had a sore throat for like a week. And finally, after about a week, I'm like, okay, I better go to the doctor and just make sure it's nothing serious. Because I thought it was like sinus drainage because I didn't have a fever, no rash, no, I had some body aches, but I'm 52 and I'm chubby, guys. I'm gonna have body aches. So yeah, we were all surprised by the strep test. So, but she's like, but just in case you're wondering, you've lost 10 pounds. And I'm like, freaking A. I'm like, that's awesome. Like such an idiot. Good morning, Ciro. It's good to see you here. Thank you so much for coming by. Jessica, hi. I hope you and the family are doing well. And thank you for the pimping out. Appreciate you so much. So I just thought we'd sort of get through some of the fashion updates and news, and then just kind of chit chat and talk about silly stuff. So I guess my fashion update is that I'm working on smoothing out the presentation for the next red carpet review. I know that the presentation was a little bit staccato, a little bit slow and laborious for my last red carpet review. I can promise you that Veronica is actually going to run a test with me, and we are going to. I think I've got this thing figured out now. I do. So she's going to run a test with me, and we're gonna see if we can't smooth it out a little bit and give you a much better fashion review. Also in Glamma's closet news, as soon as I'm able to actually leave the house again, I'm going to the store. I'm buying some paint, and this wall behind me, the one with the Bud Select sign in the bar, half of this wall is going to turn blue, my favorite color blue, and we're going to install a desk and reset the Glamma's closet background. You guys have got to be sick of seeing my bar, and this isn't the cute side of my bar. It's not like I'm actually sitting at the bar. There is a bar. It's not like I'm actually sitting at the bar, but I can't show that because there's like a shotgun and a rifle on the wall. And there's also like pictures of my grandkids, and I don't feel comfortable showing that on the internet either. So yeah, I did have the distinct pleasure of Veronica watching your try on video, and I liked it. I had a great time. And thank you for saying that I was fantastic. It was, like I said, it was stop and go, but and a four-wheel drive, a country boy cancer. Oh, good morning, our Farset Jack. Hi, it's good to see you. And yeah, I guess country boys can survive if anybody's going to. We get he calls me Cupcake. That's so sweet. Yeah, my husband's a good old boy, and he can fix anything. I mean, he's just incredible. He's a good egg. So the next red carpet review that we're doing, I'm going to be doing that probably within the first week of March, first or second week of March. And I'm going to be doing it at an odd time. It'll probably be at noon during the week because the UK is 6 hours ahead of us. And I'm actually doing kind of an across the pond special. So we're going to be talking about the BAFTA Awards, the Brit Awards, and we're going to be talking a little bit about a couple of Brits that were on the red carpet here for like the Grammys and things like that. Sam Smith, oh gosh, what's his name? Harry Styles. So we're going to be talking a little bit about them. And so because I wanted to include anyone who is from the UK who follows my channel, and I actually have a couple of those, I hang out with Cookie and the Haydens, which is Carboot Chris and his wife Belle. They have live broadcasts and a membership, and I have a membership there. So I wanted to do something for my kids from Great Britain. And if you're free in the middle of the day, you want to hear some salty fashion news, because I have a lot to say about Sam Smith too. It's not all bad. Cam, good morning. Cameron Mitka, mwah. Good morning, sugar. It's nice to see you. You show the in-betweens of try. Oh, fart sack. It's too early to be pervy. Have some coffee, honey. It was really, yeah, I ended up actually buying a piece of clothing from Veronica because of that try-on video. So I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I liked it a lot. And it's good. It was one of the few pieces that she actually did not show so much to the camera, but that works in my favor for what I'm using it for. So the first week of March, it'll be at 6 o'clock UK time, noon Central, and I'll have more information on that by next week. This week in sales was rotten. Wow. I listed and listed and listed. I thought I was really going to, just start selling my cookies off. Just rotten. And I'm not sure if it has to do with the economy. I'm not sure if it has to do with Poshmark and their stupid live things, and we'll get into that in a second. But I always just assume that sales are going to probably be slow. The last week of the month, the third and last weeks of the month, because that's before a lot of people get paid. So yeah. Glitter World. Hello, Glitter. Good morning. One of my favorite things. Glitter. Mom, yeah, that is it. And the weather too. You're right. You're absolutely right. Where did I have Aisha Dantha right there? Hello, Kristen. Good morning. Baby, I hope you're not driving too far, but you picked a sunny day to do it. Dodo said she'd put her closet on vacay until March. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. I was on Veronica Mitka's Relist and Relax on Thursday night. I figured since I already had makeup on, let's go ahead and go over there and try to look cute on camera. Although by then it was like bra 30 and my hair was up and I took my earrings off and all that stuff. I did get a ThredUp box of 30 pounds of denim. So I went through some of that. on camera, most of it actually, and then I have a few pieces that I didn't put in that. So I may end up doing a live haul, although I think I want to get one more box of denim and see. But I paid $32 plus I got free shipping on this box of 30 pounds of mixed denim. I already see my money back and then some. I can already see it. I mean, it's literally just sitting on my dining room table waiting to make me money. So that'll be a good thing, and we'll be able to show that to everybody. Dodo's recovering from a fractured patella surgery. Oh gosh. Dodo, I hope you are doing well. I hope they gave you great pain management. I hope that your recovery goes very, very quickly. And correct me if I'm wrong. Your patella is that up here? Isn't that like your neck bone or your shoulder bone? Don't type it out if it hurts to type it out. Don't type it out. But if it doesn't hurt to type it out, or if they have you, hopped up on good stuff, then please let me know if I'm correct. I thought the patella was like the neck bone that goes like across here, these neck bones. I could be wrong. It could be in your foot for all I know. You can tell that I am not a doctor. I'm getting ready to picture 20 hats I have drafted. Nice. Hats are good. I'm thinking clavicle. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, kneecap, the long recovery time. I had a knee surgery that was like an orthoscopic surgery on my kneecap. Patella is the knee. Okay, you guys are so much smarter than I am. It's the small bone in your knee. Oh man, right leg, of course. Oh. Did I see Liv here? Did I see Liv come in? Good morning, Liv. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Angie, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. And guys, thank you so much for the knee information. I would have missed that. So yeah, even the simplest knee recovery takes a really long time to recover from. And it didn't help that I was, I'm my age when that happened. So that's not great. Oh, wow. You have about 8 more wires than I had going in. Wow. That sounds like a lot. Well, I hope it does. I hope it's a really great recovery in the long run. My Lord, Dodo. And you can't drive, Veronica said. Oh my God, Liv too? Okay, so I don't feel like I'm the only Job in this mess that this year has started off kind of a downer. Dodo, I'm right there with you. Dislocated and broke my ankle in 3 spots while hiking on vacation last Friday. Oh my God, bolts and a stainless steel plate. Yet we're all going to get stopped at the airport. TSA is going to get us because my husband has 2 metal rods in his knee, and he gets every single time he gets pulled out of line at TSA. Unless they're profiling freckled, white, blonde guys with blue eyes, I'm not sure. I don't think they do that. They might be. Who knows? He does look very Irish. So, was fun going through the airport on Tuesday. Got to be off my right leg for 2 months. Oh man. Liv, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I can't imagine doing it out of town and then having to travel back. And oh, what a hot mess. Bama, John, good morning. Happy Saturday. I have 2 12-inch rods in my back too. My God. But you know what, Dodo? I think they're turning you into the bionic woman. They didn't tell the original bionic woman that she was getting turned into one either. I think that's what they're doing to you. So now if you jump really high, it's going to go one. Sorry, you have to be a child of the 70s to get that one. I did want to just catch up on the reseller news really quickly. ThredUp's latest partnership for its resale programs. So ThredUp's been reaching out to different corporations that sell clothing and stuff. Their latest partnership for its resale program is Kate Spade. They already have on their existing list that I know of J. Crew, Hot Topics, Francesca's, and Tommy Hilfiger. So they basically do like a resale program for these corporations. I don't know what that means for the average seller who sells these things, J. Crew, Hot Topics, Francesca, Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know if they're reselling stuff that's new with tags. I don't know if they're reselling overstock stuff. I just don't know. So I look forward to delving down into that. But I thought it was interesting that they are hosting that on their platform. Cheryl, good morning, beautiful. How are you? The snow is keeping me in today. There's a lot of snow. A lot of people have snow this morning. Amy, good morning, neighbor. How are you? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful sunny morning. Also, ThreadUp is working with TikTok. Do I sound old now? I sounded old before. They're also working with the TikTok star. Her name is Nava Rose. I don't know who she is. I'm not into TikTok. But they have a promo that has to do with dumping fast fashion, and I'm kind of into that. I'm kind of loving that idea. Excuse me. Fast fashion it's first of all, it will resell, but it doesn't resell at anything really high value. Most of it ends up in landfills. A lot of resellers won't pick it in stores, in the either the stores or the bins. So I think just so much of a glut of fast fashion ends up in those landfills. It's really unsustainable, and frankly, and we've all bought fast fashion before. We all have. So I think it's kind of one of those things that it's a good thing that they're actually kind of coming out and speaking out against fast fashion. It's gross. Oh, Michael Whelan, hello, good morning, baby. Hi, it's good to see you, Michael. I hope things are going well. Oh, he seems to think that Yvonne is stalking him. Yvonne, Yvonne, are we stalking Michael Whelan? That's cool. We'll all join you. We'll all be there with you. No, it's probably saw on another channel. That happens a lot with me. Good question. What does it mean, fast fashion? Here's what we're talking about. There are companies like Shein, Fashion Nova. Those are going to be the two big ones, but I think Forever 21 has the same thing, where what they do is they take, they watch the runways very closely. They watch style trends very closely. They take it and make very, very cheap knockoffs for them. So when they say fast fashion, they mean like they take other people's ideas. It's, H&M too. They make very cheap clothing, very, very cheap knockoffs that are really not sustainable. And they create a glut in the fashion market. And what they do with that is basically just kind of, they sell it to young girls. Most of their audience, I would say, would be anywhere from ages 12 to 29. They sell it to young people on a budget and then fill up the landfills with the overflow. It's clothing that it's not made well. It doesn't last long. It's very trendy 1 second and not the next. So it's just really horrible for the environment, fast fashion. So yeah, anyone who is low income, that's true. And you're right, Mom, Forever 21. Most popular cheap stores, H&M too, that's true. You bought 2 closets of vintage clothes at an estate sale. Ooh, Bama. You better show me some pictures. I want to see some photos of those or have one of those. Let's see. I had a great day yesterday, Glamma. I got 8 sports jerseys yesterday at auction. Only clothing I buy. I am no fashionista for sure. I only wear Hanes sweats and shorts and shirts. Michael Whelan, even those of us who really love fashion, who have been in fashion forever, I can tell you legit, I am wearing a piece of Old Navy and a piece of Torrid. And the Old Navy was secondhand. So it's not, I do not spend my days, lounging about in fashionable stuff. And frankly, sports jerseys sell. Absolutely buy them. Yes, exactly. Yvonne, the cheap blouse that you wash once and they're never the same, which is problematic on so many levels. Absolutely. Hey, K&H, good morning. Good morning, baby. Hi, Swampy. Good morning. It's good to see you. Yeah, Angie, that is sad. That is sad. Good morning, Roman. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Some crazy lady stuff. I love it. I love it. I do my Faded Gloria's killer style, baby. Yeah, we're kind of like, I love selling it. I love handling it. I love researching it. I love watching fashion shows. I'm totally into it. I read the Vogues. I read the Cosmos. I read everything. And I really get into the fashion bloggers and stuff like that. I've sold H&M that collaborate with a designer sells well. And that's the thing, it's not that it doesn't sell. It just, some of it is just so cheaply made. Now, I have a feeling that if they were collaborating with a designer, they probably had a, hopefully a good line of clothing that the designer worked on. So I'm hoping that that's the case. I have a couple of church stores that I love, hoping to get out and do more estate sales once I can drive. Oh, do we not love an estate sale, resellers? I love a good estate sale. The most valuable thrifted thing in my house, and when I say valuable, I mean like just use it all the time. There was a 3-step ladder. The ones that look like they almost look like you're opening up a lawn chair. So there's a little 3-step ladder that I got I was walking up to an estate sale. I was actually looking for vintage linens because I like to find those at estate sales. And of course, if I can come across any vintage clothing, I go wild. But I came across this 3-step ladder, and it was $3. And I walked out of that estate sale with just the step ladder, and it's the most valuable thing. We use that thing like all the time to clean the gutters outside. We bring it back inside. My grandkids use it. They were using it to help decorate the tree. I use it to hang pictures on the wall. I mean, it's just incredible. We use it all the time. So yeah, we love an estate sale. Roman says he only watches Victoria's Secret fashion show. I'm not 100% sure I would call that a fashion show, but sure. I pick up some fast fashion from the bins and sell it cheap just to prolong its life cycle a little. I certainly hope that's the case. Wait, what? Swampy? You saw a blow mold activity scene 9-piece. Was it like a nativity scene? Had no room to put it. They were only asking $25. Wow. Oh my God. I'd have strapped that to the top of my car. One closet was a kid's lot. So much vintage. I got this Raggedy Ann outfit. Looks like from the 60s or 70s. I love it. I love it. I absolutely do love the vintage. Now, what I'm learning though is that it's possible that I'm actually trying to sell the vintage. It'll sell on Poshmark, but it takes a very long time unless it's like some really, really high-end brand. apparently, if you have vintage clothing, apparently Etsy, it moves faster on Etsy. So I'm going to look into Etsy. There she is. Hello, pretty princess. To see the nice tea seller. Happy Saturday. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. Also, yeah, Missy sent me like this giant box of Elvis stuff. She just such a sweetheart. Her and Kim are just absolutely sweethearts. Their mother has a lot to be proud of. So I am actually going to be opening that on one of my lives too. So I'm going to be doing a live opening of that. I'm so not selling it on Posh. I'm heading to Etsy. I lose too much money. Yeah, I think there's a better market for vintage on Etsy. So I think that's a thing. I do want to talk just a minute because I do have a salty treat this morning. Got a salty treat. Thursday, anyone who sells on Poshmark knows what I'm about to say. Thursday, everybody's feeds were clogged. And I mean, there was a backlog, traffic jam, bottleneck nastiness with the Posh Live shows notifications. I don't know what happened on Thursday to let that sort of thing slip. It looks like they've corrected it since then. My news feed is back to normal. But if you don't know about Poshmark, you have your own personal news feed where it tells you, okay, who's sharing your closet, who is looking at something, who liked something, who, it gives you all that information. And it does give you notifications for live shows, people that you follow. I don't know why, but there was a huge glut of live shows on Thursday that just absolutely everybody had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of notifications about these live shows. Now, I can understand why people would do the live shows. It's very much like Whatnot, where, the live auction things and they can, they get the extra exposure. I understand why they would do it. My problem is with Poshmark. Get it together, Poshmark. Get it together. You have been glitchy this year, and we are about up to here with it, honey. You are not the only platform that we can sell on, okay? There is eBay, there is Mercari, there are so many other platforms that we can sell on. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin. No, I'm joking. That's the Humpty Dance, but. Stop it. Stop. Get your ish together and do some beta testing before you flood somebody's feed. Get your ish together and get this algorithm fixed before you end up having millions of people dump your platform and if they dump your platform and they leave you because they're not selling, trust me, they're not going to buy with you either. They're going to be pretty upset. If they're upset with you enough to leave your platform and not sell on it, they're not going to buy with you either. I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, I'm never buying from them again. So yeah. Oh my goodness, that was so annoying. Even the regular live shows got me wanting to quit. Right? I'm just like, I'm so sick of this live crap. And I'm like, can you just not do that? I sold a Dunlop tire jacket last night on Posh. Good for you. Good for you. Sometimes, sometimes people are looking for something specific. Glamma, are Lulu leggings priced at $10.99 at a thrift store worth buying or not? Okay, here's the thing, Roman. In my opinion, they're not. But I haven't had a lot of luck selling Lulu because I don't look up the styles. Here is what Dodo says, and I think she's absolutely right on. On the Lulu, it depends on the style and condition. It can sit for a while, but should make a profit. Janet and Bryn said it is killing my feed. Brutal. I even sent an email and they said there's nothing they can do. Yeah, it was just like, yes, maybe they do need two feeds because I don't want that. Mom, I wish that there were that button. I would love that magic button. And Humpty dances the trance to do the hump. See, Missy knows. Do me, baby. All right, stop what you're doing. I mean, Posh has a history of not caring what we want. Posh love my butt. Yeah, they are really. I'm very disappointed with them lately. And I agree. If we weren't resellers, I'd leave Posh as a buyer. It would be way too annoying. Yeah. Now it's going to be all day. I do the Humpty Hump. Just watch me do the Humpty Hump. Do me, baby. I look funny, but you are making money, see? So your world, I hope you're ready for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you were a club kid in the 80s and 90s, you know you know all the words. There is a way, but it does take a step or two. Dodo, please let us know if you have a way to do that. I was wondering if I unfollow the Poshers doing lives, if it would help. See, that's what some of the people doing lives. I actually saw somebody on Instagram who was complaining about the lives because they got on the lives. They're doing the lives, and what they said was, we would prefer that they send the live notifications to people who have actually purchased from our closets before, rather than sending it for followers. Because what you do is you tick off the followers, they will unfollow you just so that they don't get their notification on the lives anymore. And so ultimately that hurts the seller who's doing it as well. So it actually hurts them because they lose followers who could someday buy from them. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. Now, if it's beautiful, if it's gorgeous, if it's got great nails and it's putting your link in the chat, it's got to be Jennifer Hayes. Good morning. Good morning, Jennifer. It's good to see your gorgeous face. Yeah, so that was so annoying. That made me salty AH. So I can tell you. Oh, by the way, you may have noticed that in my community tab, I put in a picture of spam, Sir Spam-A-Lot. They have come to get me. It's my turn now. And they've done it to everybody. And I'm sure they do it to me. And I'm sure it's not personal, or maybe it is. Good morning, two OGs. Good morning, Mark and Mike, making Missouri lovelier one gentleman at a time. They are always my handsome friends and my fellow Missourians with Kristen from Asia Dancer. Yeah, Jennifer, you saw the spam too. There was somebody spammed me. They did Glamma's. They copied my profile and they did Glamma's Closet 1978. So, and mine is Glamma's Closet 1970. So I reported them, and several friends have reported them. And, all I can tell you is that if you get something from me, make sure that it ends in a 0. The name ends in a 0 and not an 8. If you get a message from me on Instagram and it ends in an 8, that's not me. That's not me. And you can just tell them, you can tell them whatever you want. Get salty. You have my permission. Oh, Kurt. Just, tell them who do they think they are. And again, I don't know, people do spamming. I'm guessing they have nothing better going on in their lives. I'm guessing they're try to scam money or whatever. I don't know. But it makes me a little sad. And it also makes me, a little resentful. Like anybody, I guess, who would get spammed. I don't know. My throat really is starting to hurt a little bit, so we'll probably wrap this up within the next 5 minutes. I did want to ask the chat, though. I was, Jennifer, I think you and I are the same age. Yours is easy to remember. It's my birth year. Mine too. I hate spammers and scammers. Me too, honey. Me too. Okay, tutorial time. Click on icon, go to notifications, and on the bottom they have toggle for Posh Show. Okay, let's see if I can. Let me see if I can share the screen, because I actually have I actually have my closet up. Okay. There's my closet. There's my closet. Okay, so we're going to my screen. Click on icon, go to notifications. What icon are we clicking on? Let's see. Notifications. Do I go to my news feed to do that? When you're walking me through something, you really, really gotta edit listing, edit price building, share to follower. Okay. Okay, Dodo. You're gonna have to tell me. Okay, but you cannot turn off the notifications within the feed. Only push notifications email. What? It may need to be in the app. Oh, okay. So, well, then I will stop sharing my screen because that's okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, keep talking about it though, Dodo. I'll go back through with my phone later on, and I will go through and see how we do that. So yeah, please keep putting the notes in because I can definitely use that, and I'm quite sure that there are others of us in this chat who can use it. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, a rural squirrel. You need to go into your settings, Glamma, but don't show it on the screen because you don't want your private info. Oh, I'd be doxing myself. Okay, got it. Sorry. Ooh, doggy, you can tell I have been around this earth for a minute, huh? I do want to ask the chat this, and this is something that I woke up this morning and I was thinking about my mother and my grandmother's oatmeal, and that sounds very strange, but you know, it's a breakfast cereal, and I was thinking, oh, I wish I had my mom's oatmeal. So so here's my question: what's your favorite breakfast, and who makes it? Do you make it? Do your parents make it? Do you get it from a restaurant? What is your very favorite breakfast? Now, I have nothing against any breakfast food except for fried bologna because I don't like bologna in general. But other than that, I'm pretty open to most breakfast foods because most breakfast foods are good for everybody. But here was me growing up. So my grandma was a firm believer in oatmeal. She lived to be 102, and her mother too. And my mother would make the oatmeal like my grandma did. She would use old-fashioned rolled oats. So she did not use the instant oatmeal at all. She would use old-fashioned rolled oats, and she would boil the water. And once the water came to a boil, she would add the oats. She would only let it boil for about another minute or so, and then she would take it off of the heat and put the lid on it so that the oatmeal, when you went to get the oatmeal, it was almost still dry and tender. At the same time, it was like you could see the little individual, swollen bits of oats. So it wasn't mushy. It wasn't gloopy. And she would take out about a half a cup of that and put it in a bowl for you. And then she would put a little pat of butter in the middle, and then she would sprinkle it with about a teaspoon of sugar. So not too much sugar, not too much butter, but just enough to flavor it. And then you let the butter melt for about a minute. And then she would put cold milk on top of it, just like a little bit of cold milk on top of it, just enough so that you could see the little pieces of melted butter. You could see the little melted butter swimming around in the cold milk. And then she would make bacon, and then she would crumble bacon on top of it. And with some buttered toast, it was the best thing since sliced bread. I cannot tell you how good it was. And I was just thinking about that this morning, and I thought, I think that's one of my favorite breakfasts. Besides Eggs Benedict, which I love, love, love. Yeah, it kind of is al dente. Yeah, it's like oatmeal al dente. Favorite breakfast, Monster. I don't eat breakfast, never have. I'll be darned. Some people do not eat breakfast. Now I eat it later than I used to, for sure. When I was working full time, I would eat breakfast before I left the house. So I'd eat breakfast at like 6 in the morning, and now I eat it about 10. Bacon, bacon, and bacon. You cannot go wrong with bacon. I mean, unless you're, against bacon. My favorite breakfast is one that a hot dude brings me and that I can enjoy uninterrupted. Good luck with that. Good luck finding that dude. My mom making bacon and eggs. If the yolk broke, I would pout and get upset. I wanted to break the yolk. I love fried eggs too, and especially like a little fried egg sandwich. And when you have a fried egg on top of a cheeseburger, oh, it's so good. And then you bite into it, and the egg just kind of glops all over the cheeseburger. I love that. Favorite breakfast I'm doing right now: shrimp sausage and cheese omelet with some French toast bites. Oh my god. Cheryl, you have taken breakfast to a next level. I am so proud of you. I'm so impressed. Freckled and frugal, good morning. Good morning, sweetie. We are just talking about favorite breakfastesses. Bacon and eggs in bed sounds delicious. I'm a goner. I don't eat oatmeal. And that's, some people don't eat oatmeal. Let's not forget the onions. Oh, now you got onions in it. Everybody, we're going to Cheryl's house. Yeah, most people don't like oatmeal, and a lot of people who don't like oatmeal have it's cooked until it's most people will cook it until it's gloopy. Um, my mother didn't. They didn't let the glutens break down too much in the oatmeal or whatever it is that's not gluten, but you know what I mean. They didn't let the starches break down too much to become soupy or like gloopy. It was very like I don't know. It was very much in its original form. It was just tender enough to eat, but it wasn't messed up. Pancakes topped with banana and cherries, egg whites, hot sauce. Wow. Pancakes topped with bananas and cherries sounds amazing. Egg whites with hot sauce. I like hot sauce on my eggs. Now I don't. Usually I like it on scrambled eggs rather than fried eggs. If I'm eating a fried egg, I just want to dip the toast in it. I'm a cereal nut. I will eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This depending on the cereal, I can totally dig on that. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it because Captain Crunch and Golden Grams definitely, and strangely enough, like multigrain Cheerios, I love those so much. I can literally just eat those with no milk or anything. Sunnyside burgers are fantastic. They really are so good. They're so good. I love it when the egg kind of drips down into the burger. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't cook it. Yeah, that's the thing because since my youngest left for the military when he was 18, I just don't cook breakfast all that regularly anymore. To be honest, I like most breakfast foods. It's my favorite meal of the day. Mine too. And does anybody have parents who did breakfast for dinner when you were younger? Like we would come home from church and my dad would make like dollar pancakes or something just to go to bed on a full tummy. Oh, you got an eBay sale. Dodo, go package up that sale. Oh no. Hopefully I can find it since my son moved things so I can get around on a walker. Oh, Lord have mercy. Last month I was craving bacon, eggs, and toast every morning. That'll happen. That'll happen. I love New Mexico style huevos rancheros. I love huevos rancheros. It's 2 fried corn tortillas topped with beans, sunny side eggs, fries, tomatoes, fried potatoes, covered in chili sauce and cheese. Huevos rancheros is so good. If they make it well and they've got good sauce. Oh, it doesn't work, unfortunately. I've tried turning off the live show notification. Aw, bummer. That is a bummer. Fried eggs, tortilla, onions, and jalapeno with tapatio. Tapatio? Am I saying that right? Tapatio? Tapatio? I like that. Cheerios oat crunch with almonds with some almond vanilla milk. Ooh, okay. Michael, they still do breakfast for dinner at my mom's till this day. Yeah, my husband and I had like bacon and eggs one night, and toast, and it was so good. And just the other night, I had like a waffle with some maple syrup, and it was so good. All kids get free meals at school here, so they eat at school mostly. That's good. Just like diet bacon. Diet bacon. Is that turkey bacon or vegan bacon? Because that's not real bacon. I do that for my kids. They love breakfast for dinner. Yeah, kids do. I mean, to be frank, well, most adults do. Is that what they call vegan bacon? Yeah. Ugh, I'm sorry. I know that there are people who are vegans, and I know that there are a million different reasons why. They just seem like they're a little more pushy about their life choices than maybe non-vegans. Like regular vegetarians are like, well, I'm veg. I'll figure out whatever. Vegans, it's been my experience that the few vegans that I do know were they were selling it pretty hard. And I'm just like, make whatever decisions you like. I respect your freedom to do absolutely that. Just, please don't try to sell me on your lifestyle. I don't like that. We had pancakes, eggs, and sausage the other night. Everything sounds good, doesn't it? Good morning, Myra. How are things at Buying Space this morning? I'm flexitarian. Yeah, me too. I'm pretty flexible when it comes to my breakfast choices. I honestly, like I said, I'll eat anything, but I really am not that picky. I won't eat bologna, and that has to do with getting car sick when I was little, and my parents always got bologna, and I would always read in the car, and I would always get car sick. So now I can't even stand the smell of bologna. Don't put it in the same room with me. And pumpkin pie is my other one, and which is weird because I will eat a sweet potato pie. I'll sit down with a fork and eat the whole pie. But there's something about the smell of pumpkin pie. It tastes very, very distinctive to me. And you know how some people with cilantro, it just depends on it just depends on what you grew up with or what your taste buds are like. Some people, when they taste cilantro, they taste cilantro. Some people taste soap. But for me, pumpkin is kind of that way. Like I can smell pumpkin. I don't. When everybody's like pumpkin spice cheesecake or pumpkin cheesecake or pumpkin blah blah blah, I'm like, nope. No, I know that the first whiff of pumpkin that I have, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's just not for me, not my thing. Do I eat hot dogs? Yes, I do actually. Hot dog is the same as bologna. Some of them are, some of them can be, sure. Usually with hot dogs, um, usually with hot dogs, I won't eat them, like I won't eat it raw because that's like bologna. And I'll eat them cooked, but I smother them in a lot of stuff. I mean, like a lot of stuff. My hot dog has to have either like a chili cheese situation, it has to be a corn dog, or it has to be smothered in all three, like ketchup, mustard, and relish. I'm kind of one of those people that wants to hide the taste of the hot dog. My mom hates cilantro, has to use parsley instead. Yeah, Michael, I do that at home because my husband hates cilantro. He's like, "Why? How can you eat that? It tastes like soap." But I'm like, "No." We have vegetarian and vegan meals throughout the week. Yeah, we're meat reduced. That's not a bad thing. That happens to me sometimes. I crave meat and then I cook it, take 2 bites, and don't want any anymore. I had I had when I was pregnant with my youngest son, uh, I would I was craving liver in the middle of the night, and I sent my husband to the grocery store in the middle of the night. Like there was a thank God 24-hour grocery, and he went and he got me ding dongs and he got me liver. And I had the frying pan ready. I had the flour out. I had the whole nine, the onions all chopped up, everything ready whenever he came back from the store. And I dredged the liver and I cooked it with the onions, and it smelled so good to me. And it was just, my mouth was just watering out. I just craved it so much. And I took 2 bites of that liver and I'm like, oh, never again. I love liver, but that was just, I don't know. It was just one of those things. My son is vegan, so my trip to Arizona had a lot of vegan food. Good thing I love vegan food too. That's the thing. It's not that I don't love vegan food. I just, some people treat it like religion, or you know what I mean? Some people treat it like they're a vacuum salesman and they really want you to buy this vegan thing. And I'm like, it's just not my deal. That happens to me when I make steaks. That doesn't happen to me when I make steaks, but yeah. I've been like that my whole life. I've got a year or more without meat. And that's the thing. I'm not saying, you have to eat meat, but yeah. Yeah. Like I can go the entire summer because so many fruits and vegetables in the summertime are so delicious. They're so fresh. Cantaloupe is so fresh. Tomatoes are so fresh. Lettuce tastes better. Spinach tastes better. Every single thing, peaches, apple. I mean, just every single thing in the summertime tastes better, smells better. It's just, really, really, really good. So I could actually go an entire summer without eating meat. Probably had when I was little. We had, catfish and vegetables all summer. Let's see. We rarely have beef, but when we have beef, it's not rare. I like mine medium rare. Ding dong and liver, yum. Yeah, not, yeah. Yeah, pregnant ladies. I mean, I like ding dongs and I like liver. I just, I don't know. I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I have to have ding dongs and liver. I like dill. What's the dillio? Dodo likes liver. I had liver a couple of times with my grandpa. I smothered it in ketchup. It was good. That's kind of what I do that's kind of what I do with the hot dogs, the cooked hot dogs. Yeah, I do. I've always been, my mother, my grandfather were always so proud that I was not a picky eater. I literally was not a picky eater. But when it came to pumpkin pie, what I would do is I would actually get a big slice of pumpkin pie and then scrape all the pumpkin out of it and throw it in the trash. And then I would fill that whole pie crust with Cool Whip and just eat like the Cool Whip and the pie crust and try not to taste the pumpkin. The smell of it, I don't know what it is, but the smell of pumpkin, cooked pumpkin, I don't know. It just, I can't. Liver pate. Liver pate is good. You know what else is good? They have White Castle pate, where you take White Castles and you put them, just whole White Castles, and you put them in a food processor with the pickles and everything. Put them in a food processor with wine. Such good pate. It's really good. I just had a dill ranch. Oh my word, best ranch I've ever had. Ooh, that sounds very good. Sometimes liver lover. Yeah, some people like it, some don't. Hey, Willow, I see you down there. Where's your Cool Whip? Dodo, you must know me, honey. We have this family situation where everybody in my family keeps Cool Whip in their freezer or fridge. And it is literally like this. My sister walks in with the chocolate cake one night and she doesn't go, do you have any Cool Whip? She says, I need Cool Whip. Where's your Cool Whip? If I walk into my mother's house, same question. I need Cool Whip. Where's your Cool Whip? We all keep Cool Whip. Like my brother, my sister, my mom, myself, everybody. You can never walk into my house and be disappointed if you're looking for Cool Whip. I've always got it. It's either in the fridge or the freezer, one of the two. Yeah, we are Cool Whip people. If you soak the liver in milk, it changes the texture and mineralization. Nice. Okay. I did not know that. Hey, Willow, it's good to see you this morning. I thought I was hungry. Talk of liver has turned my stomach. Sorry about that. We have dill Havarti in our mashed potatoes. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. I'm picky. I eat the same foods over and over. Don't like to try new stuff. Well, there's nothing bad about that. Nothing bad about that. I don't do foreign foods except for tacos and Chinese. I'm not entirely sure there is such a thing as foreign foods anymore, really. I mean, it's there's such a global market now. Everybody's got the same stuff. I know menus by heart and get the same thing over and over. I can tell you, I'm happy to try new things, but I am very much a creature of habit. So I know if I go to, there's a place called the Pasta House Company in St. Louis. If I go to the Pasta House Company, I know exactly before I walk in the door, I know a half an hour when I'm getting ready. I know a half an hour before I walk through their door that I'm going to have either chicken livers and linguine, or I'm going to have rigatoni Roma, which is like a vodka kind of sauce, red and white. It's like a red cream sauce. Yeah, there is stuff. When I make liver, which is not often, I flour it up and fry it like chicken. See, that's what my dad and my aunt used to do, and they would fry it like chicken, and then they would cook the onions in the leftover oil. And they would fry up the onions in the leftover oil, and then they would add this stuff to make a gravy out of it. So there was like a brown onion gravy on top of the fried liver, on top of a bed of rice, and it was so good. I really miss my dad's cooking. I miss my daddy's cooking. And with liver, it's the one thing where I can't cook it and eat it. I can either cook it or I can eat it. I can't do both. I love Cool Whip. I freeze it and eat it from the container. It's kind of like ice cream, isn't it? I worked for a Chinese place for 4 years. What we Americans eat is not real Chinese. The stuff they ate behind the door is not for me, for sure. Yeah, you never know. You never know. I had German food last night. Schnitzel mit Spatzel, Kraut, red cabbage, and black forest cake. Oh, black forest cake is good. Hi, Jamie J. Dan said, I'm late. So good to see you, though. You know what? It's nice to see you, too. My mom uses liver in the turkey stuffing. Huh. Okay. That one I hadn't heard of. Although I guess there's like giblet gravy. But yeah, in the stuffing. Huh. Okay. Ronnie is jealous, and it's got to be good because Ronnie is from Germany and can appreciate the German food, and yeah, I don't know what Schnitzel mit Spatzel. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good, and I'm going to follow up with Veronica and ask her later. Let's see. I used to love pumpkin pie, but then I found pumpkin bread and soft top pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and now I've totally lost my taste for the pie. I can't eat pumpkin anything. Lost my taste for Cool Whip a long time ago. I lost my taste for Cool Whip. Never. Sorry. I'm just addicted to this stuff. And it's so horrible for you. I mean, obviously it's like really, really bad for you, but nevertheless, I persist. The only way I eat cabbage is in egg rolls. That's still cabbage. It still counts. It still counts. I also love German food. Roman loves German food too. Okay, so you dice up the liver to super small pieces and give the stuffing flavor. Okay, I get that. It's a fried pork cutlet with little noodle-like pieces. Oh, well, that sounds delicious. I like a pork cutlet. Let's see. Now I want some cabbage with vinegar. That sounds like, is it cooked or do you just do like a slaw sort of cabbage? Yeah, I like cabbage. I just don't like it cooked when it's like I don't like cabbage rolls because they're hard to cut. But other than that, I like cabbage. But Kristen said, but technically it's supposed to be veal, but there's pork chicken schnitzel too. Oh, nice. Local. I love dining local. So much liver growing up, there's very rare craving now. Hi, Bargain Effect. Cooked red. Ah, okay. When I go to Turkish restaurants, there's the best liver dishes there. Liver cubes. Oh, they just had pork or gotcha. Yeah, good morning, Tommy. It's nice to see you on Tuesday mornings. Guys, if you don't know, Tommy is on Tuesday mornings talking about eBay. And he's really got some great insider information and some great tips. And I go on Thursday and in my own halting, awkward way, answer as many questions about Poshmark as as I can, as I know about. So on Johnny's channel, he's doing this series where it's I think Monday's like there's nobody on Monday, but then there's like eBay's on Tuesday, which is the bargain effect. That's Tommy. On Wednesday, it's Whatnot Wednesday. And I forget who that was. Thursday morning, it's me. I talk about Poshmark. And on Friday mornings, it is Designs by Laura, and she's talking about Etsy, I think I think that's the case. So, tune into Johnny's any day of the week. You'll see one of us. My throat's starting to really, really bother me. So I am going to wrap it up for the day, but I am going to wish everybody a very happy weekend. Thank you for making me hungry. Now I want like all of it, all of the foods. I want all the foods. I want bacon wrapped, I want a bacon wrapped pork chop with extra ranch. I want all the breakfast foods. So I'm probably going to go in the other room and make myself a bowl of Lucky Charms. But I hope that everybody has a great weekend. I will see you next week for sure. And don't ever forget, please don't you ever forget, Glamma really does love you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.